Hey y'all, it's Keisha from Imperial Custom Printing here in Omaha. What's going on? Just wanted to make a quick video about this really weird order request that I received today. So I'm going to start from the beginning, which was about 4 weeks ago. I came across this nonprofit I know about in Omaha that was having an event. I came across like the Facebook event thing, and I saw that they were attached to it. So I was like, oh, so I reached out and I was like, hey, did you guys happen to need t-shirts for this event? I'm a screen printer and I would love to print for you. And they came back with, oh no, we have someone, Sierra's gonna be printing the t-shirts, but maybe, if she needs help, then maybe we can have you guys collaborate. Now, that's not the kind of collaborating I want to do. I'm just gonna be honest, it's not. And for the record, all she does is vinyl. So I don't really do vinyl, like hardly, and she does nothing but vinyl. I just found out recently. So I'm like, okay, well, they got someone to take care of that, so I'm gonna back off of that, even though I already knew she wasn't really a good fit for that job. But okay, whatever. Now, I didn't know what they were getting, but I just know that vinyl is the least professional looking way to print, pretty much. But anyway, so fast forward 4 weeks later till today, at almost 6 o'clock this evening, right on Thanksgiving Eve, I get a DM on Facebook from them saying, hey, do you think you can help us out with some t-shirts? And I was like, I asked you about that 4 weeks ago. Why are you coming to me? And I was like, dang. Okay, so homegirl must not be getting it right or something. She might need some help. So I said, yeah, why don't you give me a call and let me see what's going on. I just need to ask you some questions. So she called me and she was panicking, right? And I heard it in her voice, and I was just like, oh, well, okay. She was like, yeah, just wondering if you could help us with some t-shirts. And, Sierra, she did the front of them, and, she can't do the back of them. And I messed up, and I told her, could she do the back? And I didn't think about asking her, at the beginning of, this. And it just slipped my mind. And I asked her if she could just do the back, and she can't do them. And I was like, okay. So I asked her, is it one color on the back? What's going on? So she's like, it's one color on the front, and it'll be one color on the back, and it'll say the logo, the name for their nonprofit, and then some other phrase, and then volunteer at the top. So it's all text because their logo is just text with the exception of one tiny part. So I'm like, that's easy. That's an easy job. So I was like, okay, well, send over the artwork, whatever. And she's like, everything's on Canva. And, and I'm like, crap, I don't want to deal with Canva. Okay, whatever, I'll deal with it. So I hung up, and before I hung up, she told me, oh, we did, these are just the same exact shirts from last year. You can go on our Facebook and scroll back, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. I was like, okay. So hung up, went to Facebook, and went and found the picture they were talking about. And I was like, oh yeah, that's easy. It's just one color to all text. Cool. That's nothing. But I didn't know, of course, at this point, how many shirts we were talking. Okay. This is where it get a little crazy. So I had forgot to ask her while we were on the phone, how many shirts is it? What color are the shirts, So I DM'd her and I said, hey, forgot to ask you, how many shirts are we talking about, and what is the color of the shirts? She didn't reply right away, but I did I was just cruising on Facebook, and I'm in a group that she started. This lady that called me, she's over this women's group that has 7,000 people in it. And there was a lady in there that was talking about this event that she needed shirts for. So they must be working together. But she was like, oh, we're overwhelmed right now. Like last year we had like, 50 volunteers, and this year we have like way more. We got like 150 to 175 volunteers. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I can make that work. Like that's a little harder for me to do with my setup, but okay, whatever, I'll make it work. But she was panicking too. It was crazy. She was panicking in text. I could tell, like the way she was talking about it. She was like, we need donations. If you can donate anything, we're trying to get food together and da-da-da. Sounds like event planning gone like wrong, right? Like, so she replies to me like probably 2 hours later and was like, 200 shirts. I was like the number is getting higher. And I'm like, 200. And in my head, I'm like, why in the world do you need 200 volunteer shirts for a Christmas event? Like, I printed a big order of shirts for this big event and they had 70. Why do you need 200? I don't know. It wasn't making sense to me, okay? And then it dawned on me like, oh my gosh, this girl that only does vinyl is doing like 200 shirts in vinyl. Because she told me on the phone, she was like, because I asked her, I said, when do you need these shirts? She's like, well, we need them by December 9th, like absolute last date. We need them by December 9th. But Sierra won't be able to get finished with the shirts until December 1st. So I won't be able to get the shirts to you until December 1st. And I'm thinking like, why the heck do you need that much time to do shirts? Forgot about the vinyl thing, right? So yeah, it all dawned on me. I was like, oh my God, that poor lady is over there doing 200 shirts in, oh my God, in vinyl. Like, can you imagine that? No way. So I know she's hurting. She is going through it. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. So it's 11/22 and she can't get done with them until December 1st. So moment of silence for her, because that was a terrible decision. But she won't do that again. I've made hey, we all make them. So yeah. So I was like, okay, well, let me throw it all in the calculator, right? I had to charge her like I'm doing a front, because if I charge her like I'm doing a back, it's going to be way too low. So I charged her like I was doing a front. This is going to come to about $12.89. And she's, of course, the shirts are being supplied because they're already halfway done. I'm getting halfway done shirts. I don't know the condition of these shirts. I don't know nothing. Like, I don't know how she's keeping them. I don't know anything. And I'm not excited about it. But I'm charging her like almost $1,300. That's with the blank discount. Because, I mean, and then there's the whole thing, like, the ink color from the last year's shirts, if she's saying they're exactly like those, they look like a custom PMS color. So I'm just like, I'm going to have to like mix that. I'm going to have to get that mixed or mix it myself or whatever. But that's extra. So I got to charge, like $30-40 for that, So, and then there's the whole challenge of like, I'm going to have to try and match as close as possible the vinyl color on the front of the shirt, because I don't know how close she is to the original, right? Like, the vinyl isn't going to give you that kind of flexibility. It's vinyl, right? So I don't know. I'm going to have to, I can't even like, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to have to just wait and see, and when I get these shirts, what the vinyl color looks like, and then try to mix ink to match that as much as I can. But I don't see that happening. Like, I might be able to get close, but I just feel like it's going to look like two different things, like, I don't understand it. Like, this is like a bad combination of like trying to be way too cheap and then using somebody who is not equipped to handle the job. So, but it just it all sounded so weird to me. Like 200 volunteers, it's not adding up. Like, and then she was like, I asked her to do the back, but it wasn't until like, a few days ago. So I'm assuming that she started the job like, I don't know, a week ago. I don't know. She didn't tell me that. But what she was saying was that when she agreed to do the job, she did not inform her that she wanted a back So this girl is trying to do 200 vinyl shirts with just thinking like it's a front, and then she comes in talking about, oh yeah, I forgot, we wanted a back, so and then she said, the girl was like, oh no, I can't do a back, like I can't make that happen. And I'm like, you forgot about the back? If they're the same shirts from last year and the back has all the important stuff on it, your logo, your branding, all of that, how did you forget it? And how, right? It just seems weird. Am I the only one? Do you guys agree? Does that seem weird to you? Because am I wrong for thinking that maybe she was trying to pull some stuff on this lady? Talking about, oh, I just happened to forget the whole back where our logo and everything is. Really? That's not making sense to me, you guys. So help me out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I don't know about this job. I mean, it would be all profit because I don't have to buy the shirts, but I'm not feeling stepping in the middle of somebody's project. And I just don't know what's going on. I just don't know. And I don't think if she was being that cheap from the jump, I don't see her being able to afford this. Even if I did charge it, if I was nice and charged her, like, if I took $200 off the price and just made it like closer to like $1,000, I don't think they can swing it, because between the t-shirts, or she bought the cheapest, like G500. I knew it when she was explaining them to me. She didn't even have to say the brand or the shirt. I knew exactly which one it was. Like, between spending money on the cheapest t-shirts you could find, you're going with someone who isn't like a print shop. They just do stuff on the side, and they only do vinyl. And your partner is on Facebook panicking because they can't even afford food, or they're struggling with being able to afford food for the event. How are you going to be able to afford this? It makes me wonder, how much did they pay the chick who's doing the shirts right now? Because I did the math on how much that vinyl, like, I don't think she made any money. She's probably in the hole. Which is why she's probably saying, oh, by the first. I don't know if she's going to get it done by the first. So, yeah. I don't know, y'all. And then, like, I've heard, like, stories about this where people, like, shops will take people's, like, half-done orders, or, orders that are already completed, but they want something added to it or whatever, and then the work that was done prior to it getting to them is trash. So you have to, like, do your part of the work and redo theirs. Like, I don't want to do that. And then on top of that, I'm going to have to charge her a rush fee if the other girl can't get the shirts done by the first, and she gets them done by the second or beyond. I have to charge her a rush fee because she's talking about the 9th, and I don't count weekends. I just don't. I'm not open on the weekends, so I'm not counting them. But it's just like, dang, like, there's no way. I don't think she's going to do it. But this whole situation is weird, you guys. So, let me know what you think, because like, I got this email typed out with the quote, everything, and I mean, I laid it all out for her, but I don't think this is really worth my time, because just for the simple fact that, like, I don't think she's gonna be able to pay. And then it just has this, I don't know, it's suspect. Okay, it's not, things are not adding up to me. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about, am I the only one that feels weird about this, or what? So, all right, good night. Have a great Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. Don't drink too much. Have lots of fun, and enjoy your families and your time off. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.